I'm not looking for the newest and greatest machines and exercises and, whatever the trendiest thing is. I am super basic on my back day.
Bing bong.
New video today. We are continuing the best exercises for each body part series that my guy Asher suggested a few weeks ago, and we are tackling the back. Today is going to be a back day. This is one of my favorite days in the gym, and I just want to get something out of the way right now. Okay, if you're looking for a guide on the best back workout, there are no deadlifts here. Please do not crucify me. I used to deadlift a bunch. I used to go super heavy. I was one of those people in the gym spending 45 minutes deadlifting. And really, as I've gotten older and life's just gotten a little busy, I don't always have as much time in the gym as I'd like to on these days, and so I don't deadlift as much as I probably should. And it's a great exercise. This is not a knock at anybody that deadlifts. It's fantastic. These days, it's not an exercise I do as much. So without further ado, these are my suggestions for exercises that you should either be doing every single time you train back, or at least pepper them in here and there if your gym either has the equipment or doesn't. We're going to try to cover everything we can. I have shifted a lot towards planes of movement when it comes to my exercises, mostly because I hate waiting for things to open up. I go to the gym and maybe it's crowded and I don't want to ask how many sets somebody has left, or, people get on certain machines and then they spend half an hour and they're on their phone most of the time, whatever. So when we talk about planes of movement, we're talking about vertical and horizontal, which are incredibly important for back day, because the vertical pull that I am doing during my back day every single time, for me personally, it is the lat pull down. Now, the gym that I've been training at just got this new bar that you can hold the outside grips on it. I think it's called like a mag bar or something. I'm not really sure. This has become by far my favorite back exercise to do. I feel it a lot in my lats, which is one of the main points of a vertical pulling movement, is to widen the back, really train the lats, which are a gigantic muscle group in your back. So you might as well go really, really hard in the gym when you're hitting back. But I will say, you want to do a lat pull down rather slow and controlled. It doesn't matter if you're able to throw around a bunch of weight on this exercise. If we're training to build muscle, then you want to control the weight. Do not let the weight control you and throw you around. So pick a weight that you feel you're comfortable enough with to be able to do 10 to 15 reps, anywhere in that range. I did want to say, when it comes to rest periods on a back day, because it's a big muscle group, and so you do want to train heavy and you do want to push yourself. With that comes, I think for me anyway, the suggestion I would make is a longer rest break. I'm usually doing a minute, maybe 90 seconds. I'm sure people do longer than that. I'm sure there's like 1,000 videos on why you should take 5-minute rest breaks. Look, I don't have that kind of time. I used to do 45 seconds. I've kind of bumped it up to like a minute, minute and a half. Feels a lot better to me. Just a suggestion I wanted to throw in there. On your next day in the gym training back. If you don't already take somewhat longer-ish rest breaks than usual, give it a try. It has really, really improved my stamina going through an entire back workout. Now, I should say, I am a very basic exercise enthusiast. So I'm not looking for the newest and greatest machines and exercises and, whatever the trendiest thing is. I am super basic on my back day. Like we talked about before, I'm doing a pull down, a vertical pull, and I'm doing a horizontal pull, a rowing movement. I'm a big fan of cable rows, which I'll show. I put a video. I took videos in the gym. Look at me. Look at this guy. One of the reasons that I like cable rows a lot more is that your lats are always engaged the entire exercise, and you can hit a lot of different angles. I'm also a big fan of the incline bench, like row, where you have your chest on the bench. I maybe have a video of that as well. That's also really good for making sure that one side of your back is not taking over the movement, right? Left lat and right lat. Try to even out those imbalances. But I've really become a fan of cable rows over the years. They just keep me engaged throughout the entire movement, which is the goal for me. And look, like I said, if you're going to the gym and expecting a recommendation of some crazy fucking back exercises that, only 1%, this unlocks 99% of your lats or whatever, I don't care about any of that shit. I'm basic. I stick with the stuff that works, tried and true. I like my pull downs. I like my rows. And I'll be honest, that's really all I do these days. I do 2 few movements for my back, but I do a lot more sets now than I used to. Previously, I would do maybe 4 exercises, 3 or 4 sets each. Now I'm doing 2 exercises, 5 to 6 sets. It does include, a warm-up set, maybe like 1.5 warm-up sets, give or take. But to me, it just feels a lot better doing fewer exercises and focusing on those particular movements than getting caught up in variation and, all these different angles and whatnot that you get. Look, I'll keep it simple. That's just how I prefer to work out. So if you are looking to attempt to somewhat optimize your back workouts in the gym, I would highly recommend a vertical pull, a horizontal pull. What's good about focusing a little bit more on the plane of movement than the exercise itself is that you usually won't have to wait for anything to open up, right? You could do a pull-up, you could do a lat pull-down, you could do single arm lat pull-downs, you could do you're down on one knee and pulling across your body. That's another great way to train your lats. There are dumbbell rows, there are cable rows, there are barbell rows. There are so many options. I don't want people to get caught up in, should I do this specific exercise with this attachment on this angle, like horizontal pull, vertical pull. That's all you need. 5, 6 sets, maybe 3 to 4 if you want to throw in a few different variations, just spice up life. It's okay to keep it basic. Back is a huge muscle. It does not take much to get it going. Let me know what you think next back day if you try any of this stuff. I'm always here to help. More videos coming soon. I appreciate everybody for subscribing. It means a lot. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm always open to making any sort of helpful content or content that you guys might find helpful. I'll do whatever I can to help out the fitness journey. All right. That's all I got for you guys. I'm out.